Hi, second graders. It's Miss Nancy coming to you from my home where I set up a little mini Math Through Art studio. And I wanted to teach you a lesson about drawing stars today. But first I wanted to remind you of some of your former Math Through Art projects, like the 1,000 organized circles versus the 1,000 random circles. And I set that up so you guys could remember that one. And your graph paper art, where each rectangle is half of one color and half of another, and that's so beautiful. And then mostly I want to focus on the dot cards today, because this is where I left off with you. We had just made all these dot cards, and I wanted to remind you that the dot cards show us how we can make the numbers from 1 to 20 out of equal groups. And just to refresh your memory, we used 6 a lot as an example, which can be made out of ones. It can be made out of equal groups of 2, 4, 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, and one big group of 6. And the dot card board, because I had all the classes use different colors, we're able to show the multiples and the factors. So remember we said multiples. We're about to learn how to do multiplication, and multiples and multiplication are kind of the same word and kind of the same thing. And multiples means counting by a number. So on our dot card board, counting by 2s, we can see all the multiples of 2 in pink. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And if we want to find the multiples of 3, we look for these yellowish ones. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And those are the multiples of 3 between 1 and 20. So you guys can take a closer look. You can pause the video and really look at a certain number if you want to see it. But the reason I'm showing you this again is because it does relate to drawing stars, and that's what I want to teach you about today. And drawing stars was not what we were going to do next in Math Through Art. I'm jumping way ahead to one of the last projects because I think it's one of the most fun ones and the most easy ones for you guys to do at home. So most of you, or many of you, probably already draw stars in a variety of ways. And a lot of people draw 5-pointed stars by going like this. And what we're going to do for drawing stars is we're going to draw stars by drawing circles. And I'm using a Sharpie so you can see it really well in a video, but I want you guys to use pencil for a very specific reason, and I'll tell you why. And then we're going to put dots, and this is a 5-pointed star, so we're going to put 5 dots on our circle. And then we're going to label them with numbers. And we're going to do a +2 pattern for this star to get this star. So 1 plus 2 is 3, you know that. 3 plus 2 is 5, we go to 5. 5, we have to just go around 2, so we start in 5 and we go ahead 2 dots. This does not count as our first dot. We go 1, 2, and we get to 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 ahead 2, start here, don't count it, and go 1, 2, takes us back to 1, and we have that nice 5-pointed star. And you can really do that with any number. You can make a star by connecting dots and going around in the same skipping pattern. You always have to skip the same amount. So if we jumped up to try a 7-pointed star, we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And give these our numbers. And if we wanted to do a +2 pattern there, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7, we jump ahead 2, and it brings us to 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And go ahead 2 brings us right back to our 1. So that one worked and we got a 7-point star. Now, you can do another kind of star for 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could even do a plus 3 on a 7. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Remember, we're getting back over to 1, so we have to count around instead of adding. 1, 2, 3 goes to 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 around 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. And 5, 1, 2, 3 takes us back to 1. So that's another 7-pointed star. So the bigger the number, we'll call this a plus 3 pattern. The bigger the number, the more types of stars and more plus patterns you can do to get around. Now the reason this relates to our dot cards is because there are certain types of stars that are special. Well, the numbers that work best for stars in a way are numbers with 2 cards above them. Do you remember what we called these? The numbers you can only make out of ones in itself? Anybody? They are the prime numbers, okay? And prime numbers are awesome because for stars, because you can do any plus pattern works, and you go around and around and around and you get back to 1. Now I'm going to do one really fast, and you guys can pause the video and try some of these first with the lower numbers. But 1, so if I want to do 11 points on this star, I'm going to go right into a really bigger one. I have 1, and now I need 10 more dots on my circle. So I'm going to put 5 on this side and 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I number them. Okay, and we can do any plus pattern on 11. We could do plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. But when you get into the bigger second half, it gets more confusing. So I suggest sticking with some of the numbers in the front side of your circle. So let's go plus 5. Okay, let's do plus 5. 1 plus 5 takes us to 6. 6 plus 5 takes us to 11. 11, we're going to have to count ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 5, everybody knows that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 plus 5, everybody knows it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Ahead 5 takes us to 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 takes us back to 1. That gives us that nice spiky star. Now I'm going to show you something else. And I'm using our practice paper. Remember, I'm always using paper that's already been used for something else. So let's take this one down. Sorry. All right. Okay, we're going to go another 11-pointed star because this is going to show you something. This we said was plus 5. Right? Now we're going to do a plus 2 also on 11. So I put my 1 dot and I need 5 plus 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 9, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1. Now, this star is a plus 5 and this star is a plus 2. So you can see that the bigger your plus number, the spikier and pointier star you make. And the smaller your plus number, you get a wide open star with kind of flatter points. So that is what I wanted to teach you about the stars you can make on those prime numbers. Remember, the prime numbers are from 1 to 20, the numbers with the 2 dot cards above them. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So if you want to try prime number stars, you can pick any plus pattern on those and just jump ahead, jump ahead, jump ahead, jump ahead, and connect your dots, and it will spiral around and around and around until you get back to where you started, and it'll make an awesome star. And the reason I wanted you to do it in pencil is because you can then erase your numbers and erase your circle and color in your background and get this awesome pointy star, and nobody will know how in the world you got such a star with so many points on it to look so nice. And you can erase your numbers and erase your circle and color it all in. So I also wanted to teach you about what happens with the other numbers that you can make equal groups out of. How long is this video so far?
11 minutes.
11 minutes, too long. Okay, I'm going to stop there, and I'll make another video for you soon. But just to tell you quickly, in case you can try it yourself and see what happens. But this, for example, is a 9. And if you do a plus 3 pattern on a 9, you don't go around and around, you make a triangle. Because 9 can be made of 3 groups of 3. So 9's star could be made out of 3 triangles, kind of in a pile, but you get back to 1, and then you jump and you do plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, and make your second triangle, and then jump to 3 and do plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So that is what happens with the numbers. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles would be a 15-pointed star. So we're jumping way ahead to the end of the year. And I miss you all so much, and I can't wait to see you again. I hope you can draw some stars. I wanted to tell you about my website. It's called www.throughart.org. That's a ton of letters, THROUGHART.org. And there's a contact me page on there, so you can send me a message if you want. And also, you can always send any emails to your teachers, and they will then forward them to me. If you draw some stars and you care to share them with me, I would love to see them. And I think that's it for now. All right, if you want me to repeat directions from any of the projects we've done, just send me a message on the website or through a teacher, and I'll make another video about another Math Through Art project. Okay. Bye, you guys.